Hey Archery Talk, this is Lucas and I am at the 2025 ATA show. I've spent the last few days checking out new products and shooting as many new bows as I possibly can get my hands on. I figured I would share my 5 favorite new bows from the show with you. A couple of caveats to consider. I did not include the new Prime Form as I have that bow at home. I've been shooting it a lot and I'm really comfortable with it already. I'm assure you it would have made this list, but I wanted to put in bows on here that I have not shot before. With that in mind, let's get to my top 5. Let's start off the list at number 5, and this was very difficult to narrow down the list of 5 bows, and it was very difficult to rank those bows because you're testing these at different draw lengths, at different draw weights, and you're only getting a handful of arrows, so it's wildly subjective, and I'm doing my best here, but I'm gonna try to rank these for you, and I'm gonna put the Bowtech Virtue on the number 5 spot. This is as light as a 32-inch bow that exists. That's what Bowtech tells me, and it feels every bit of that weight. This little blue color is surprisingly cool for a hunting bow. I wouldn't have thought I would like that as much as I do, but they have it obviously in some other colors. I think the bow I would probably choose to shoot myself if I had the option was the Proven 34. I like a longer bow. And also like the expense of that bow is probably not something I'm going to handle well, or at least my wife might not handle it well if I told her. So the Proven 34 is probably a little bit more up my alley. But regardless, Bowtech makes awesome bows. I think they're the most versatile bows in the industry. I've said that for a number of years. Nobody does versatility on a cam like Bowtech, from the flip disc and to the deadlock and to all the other technology. The time lock as well. I forgot about that one on this bow. They do it all. The bows shoot well. You can, if you want a hyper speed bow, you put this in performance mode, go to town. If you want a bow that draws silky smooth, flip that over to comfort mode, and you're going to be surprised. Even with their speediest bows in comfort mode, feel completely different. So I'm going to give Bowtech the number 5 spot, but again, on any other day from another person, I wouldn't complain if anyone else said they were number 1. That's just me. Let's go see who's number 4. Up next in the 4 spot is the Martin Firecat 30 M3. The M3 stands for, that's their magnesium alloy riser. They have a non-magnesium alloy version, but what's blowing me away is that this bow at 3.6 pounds, and that alloy is coming in at $1,400 retail. That is stunning to me as a price point. You can get the full regular aluminum version for about $1,100, I think, $1,150. But at $1,400 for the bow that light, that is remarkable to me. Martin has also done a lot with the Firecat line. They've got some new tuning technology, so you can adjust how the bow tunes without using a bow press. There's more detail on that in the video I did with Martin earlier in the show. You can check that out for yourself. But the fact that they've got this here on this bow and all their other lineup is great. I do normally prefer a longer bow, and they have the Firecat in longer settings. But this is the only one that's in that magnesium alloy riser, and the fact that it's 3.6 pounds, that does not have a ton of feedback after the shot, which is again something unusual for me for a really light bow. They're hitting all the questions I would want answered this year with the Martin Firecat lineup, and that's why they're number 4. And I can't wait to see what's next for Martin, and I'm hopefully going to get one in for long-term testing. All right, guys, number 3 on the list is the new Expedition X-Lite 32. There are a lot of X-Lite models out there right now. There's a 29, a 31, a 33, a 35, and now the 32. But there's bigger changes than just beyond the axle length. There's a whole new cam system on the 32. It's a mirrored cam, top and bottom. It's got draw length adjustability up to 30.5 inches on this bow. If you want longer draw lengths, you can move up to the other bows. They've added Picatinny. They got integrate. They got a slightly altered rest this year. But what I like the most is just how it's shooting for me. The 29, which I had in for long-term testing last year, is a great bow. It's a bit short for me personally. I'm almost 6'2", and I just found it a little bit of a tighter platform. I like a longer bow. 32 fits the bill just fine for me. And I found the draw was maybe a little smoother on this bow, or at least a little cleaner. It might just be that I'm at the ATA show, and maybe it wasn't a 70-pound bow. You never know what you're testing here exactly. But the bottom line is the Expedition X-Lite 32 is a fantastic offering. I'm really hoping I can get one in for long-term testing this year to see how it does against all the other bows I'm getting in. Let's go see what's next. All right, guys, number 2 on the list is the Darton SQ35ST2. Realistically, this could have been number 1 on my list. The sequel was my favorite bow at the 2024 ATA show. And then, we're splitting hairs here when I'm picking my favorites. Easily could have been number 1 on this list as well. I really like the fact that this is a 35-inch offering. I'm a taller guy. I like a longer bow. This fits me just right. And Darton also made some technical changes to the bow. They've got some abilities to make tuning changes that I've not seen before. They've got a little bolt here that you can tighten down to change the deflection of the limbs, so you can fix your tears like that on this side or on the other, top and bottom. And you can also change your timing, also without a bow press, by loosening a set screw here and twisting this little guy. It's limitless twists to bring your cams perfectly in time. That's fantastic technology, but realistically what I want the most is a nice shooting bow, and the Sequel 35 shoots fantastic in my limited experience at the ATA show. Another home run for Darton for me, and I'm happily here to include them on the list in the number 2 position. Now let's hope I can get one for long-term testing. All right guys, it's time for number 1. A couple of caveats before we get there. Keep in mind that we're at the ATA show. I am testing a bunch of different bows in quick succession. I'm only getting a couple of shots with each bow. They're at different draw lengths, different draw weights, so it's really hard to get a perfect picture of what you're shooting. But with all that said, I do have a winner, and it is going to be the Bear Whitetail INT. I loved the Whitetail Max that I shot last year, and this bow is very much a similar product. The main changes this year are the Picatinny sight mount and the Integrate Arrow Rest. It's beyond that, it's fairly similar. It's got Bear's flagship cam on a bow that costs $630, brand new. Fully kitted out, ready to hunt, $730. That's value that is realistically unbeatable in the bow market for a bow this good. It's also, when I tested it last year, it ended up, I think, finishing second in my speed test rating. It was very close to hitting its IBO, which is almost unheard of if you've followed any of my videos over the years. I really think Bear hit a home run with this bow. The draw cycle is surprisingly smooth. You've got adjustable let-off. It's for a mid-priced bow, this is a clear home run. I will say, I'm going to give bonus points to Bear for their new Persist 33. That is their flagship bow this year. I didn't love the Persist when I tested it at the ATA show, again, in limited offerings last year, but the 33 one, it just fits me better. I think I like how the Whitetail INT draws a little better, but I just wanted to give some attention to their flagship offering. Again, same cam. I just found that after the shot, this bow was dead in the hand. It may have been the nicest post-shot bow I had this year. I don't know if that was because maybe the poundage was different. Who knows? Whatever it was, I just wanted to give a little bit of attention to Bear's flagship offering as well. But bottom line, number 1 for me, the Whitetail INT Archery Talk. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Helps the channel an awful lot, and we'll see you soon.